Solving inequalities. We have three inequalities we're going to solve for. These are inequalities that involve only one variable. It's going to be x in each of them. So we want the x values that make this inequality true. And there's going to be more than one. There's infinite. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to treat this like an equation. What you do to one side, you do to the other side. So we're trying to isolate the x. The first thing we want to do is get rid of this minus 5. And we're going to do that by adding 5 on both sides. Right? That will eliminate it from the left-hand side. So the left-hand side, I just have 3x now. 3x greater than 4 plus 5 is 9. And then I want to get rid of this multiplied by 3 on the x. And I'm going to do that by dividing both sides by 3. That will eliminate the 3's on the left. So now I just have x on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, 9 divided by 3 is 3. So the answer here is x is greater than 3. Now, if it wants you to write it in interval notation, you're going to write this with a parentheses 3, comma, infinity. That is the interval notation of x greater than 3. X goes from 3 to infinity. And the parentheses indicates that the 3 is not included because there's no equal sign with the inequality. So that's the answer to the first one. Let's look at this second one. We have negative 2 times x plus 3 in parentheses is greater than or equal to 8. First thing we're going to do here is get rid of this multiply by negative 2. We're going to divide both sides by negative 2. Now you have to be careful here. When you divide both sides by a negative number, it's going to reverse this inequality sign. It's going to become, this is a greater than or equal to now, it's going to become a less than or equal to. So on the left-hand side, the negative 2's are gone. You have x plus 3 coming down. You can get rid of the parentheses. And then dividing by a negative is going to reverse this around. It's going to become a less than or equal to. And 8 divided by negative 2 is negative 4. Now we can solve this for x just by subtracting 3 on both sides. And we get x less than or equal to negative 7. Now interval notation here, since it's less than or equal to negative 7, the interval notation starts at negative infinity. So you're going to do parentheses negative infinity, comma, and then it goes up to negative 7. In this case, the negative 7 is included because we have an equal sign with the inequality. So when it's included, you use a square bracket. That's the answer to the second one. Let's look at this last one. This last one, we have x over 2 greater than or equal to 1 minus x over 4. Now, if you don't like dealing with fractions, we have denominators of 2 and 4 here. We can multiply both sides by the least common denominator of 2 and 4 to get rid of the denominators. And 2 and 4, the lowest number that they both go into is 4. 2 goes into 4 twice, and 4 goes into 4 once. So we can get rid of these denominators by multiplying both sides by 4. On the right-hand side, the 4 will distribute to both the 1 and the x over 4. All right, so we multiply both sides by 4. 2 goes into 4 twice. So we're just going to be left with 2 times x on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, we have 4 times 1, which is 4. We can bring down the minus sign. And then 4 times x over 4, the 4's cancel, so you're just left with x. So on the right-hand side, we have 4 minus x. Now we have an x on the left and the right-hand side, so we need to combine the x terms on one side. We can do that by adding x on both sides. That will get rid of it. On the right, on the left, we have 2x plus x, that's 3x. And on the right-hand side, we're just left with a 4. And we're going to solve this for x by dividing both sides by 3. So So x is greater than or equal to 4/3. So we're going to write this as interval notation. It's greater than or equal to 4/3. So we're going to start at 4/3, and it's equal. It could be equal to 4/3. So we're going to have a square bracket on the 4/3, and then comma, and then it goes off to infinity. The infinity symbols always get parentheses. That's the answer to the last one. There you go.